Trump is really doing quite a bit to challenge the election results, and the Republicans keep talking about election fraud. And I don't know if you notice, Republicans, but you're actually losing in court. Their arguments are not holding up in court so bad that a few things have happened. So, number one, I wanted to go over a couple things with you. So, number one, in over 5 states, the Republicans, the Trump campaign has been thrown out of court, literally laughed out of court, because according to some of the judges, some of their opinions are saying, well, look, we would, we could throw out these votes if you wanted, but you're asking us to throw out a sheer number of, a hell of a lot of votes, a whole lot of votes, 7 million in Pennsylvania, and yet you're not bringing any compelling legal arguments or evidence to do so. And we would do it if you had compelling evidence that pretty much puts us in an impossible position to have to throw them out because there is a lack of legitimacy in the election, effectively hurting a bunch of voters. And, we would have to because you brought legal, compelling, competent arguments, but they didn't. And they're being thrown out of court. And now, the Trump campaign in 24 court cases, they have been effectively dismissed. So the judges have said, hey, you guys are so stupid. We're not going to include these, okay? This is dumb. I don't know why I'm even here. They've lacked any evidence. Sworn affidavits in one court case were actually, the court case was actually having to be dismissed. They had to be dismissed because even the Trump campaign lawyers were looking at the sworn affidavits and knew most of them were false, so they had to put them aside. And then the ones that they took into the courtroom, they weren't even sure if they were false or not. They couldn't verify that. And then, it was just getting worse for them. So 24 cases, the judges were like, yeah, get out of here. There's no compelling evidence of fraud. They even bring in some Trump supporters, and they're saying now, did you see any voter fraud? No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I have no idea. And then so pretty much the arguments failed. In 9 of the cases, 9 of them, Trump and the GOP and the Trump campaign have voluntarily acted in for dismissal. Why would you dismiss your own case from court if you had all the evidence of fraud? There is no compelling evidence. They are lying. And if they had to go with 9 cases where they had to actively voluntarily dismiss their own case, you can tell that they are not doing so hot in court. In fact, their case count where they have won, take a look at this, 2 and 33. 2 and 33. And possibly 3 and 33 now. You cannot tell me, if you're a right winger, that is like great. Like, oh my God, we're doing so great. Oh, Jesus Christ, we are just, whew, we are winning. You have no idea. I'm telling you, we're winning. Trump supporters, we're doing great. Yeah, that's a terrible record in the courts. Here's another part to this. So Sidney Powell was a Trump campaign lawyer, and she was coming out with all these insane things like there's a bunch of evidence, voter fraud, and paper mail, and all this kind of crap, and gibberish. That's exactly what was going on. She brought a bunch of fake evidence. Even Tucker Carlson said, dude, we love to report voter fraud, but you're not giving us good evidence. And then she hit back, so, oh, we have evidence. Well, turns out the Trump campaign axed her ass, let her ass go, and they said, oh, she's not with us. She's acting independently. By the way, guys, this came a day. So today, this came a day, which was supposed to be today, where they were going to have their biggest dump of evidence of illegitimate election cases and election fraud. Fraudulent votes. They were going to have all this evidence. They were going to come out with it all. Why would you get rid of the person who was going to pretty much give us all that evidence? Oh, I know. It's because you guys were wrong and you guys are stupid and you guys don't have any idea. Yeah. This is effectively what the Trump campaign is having an issue with, is that there's so little evidence that they're having to throw out their own lawyers. They're having judges dismiss their own their cases. They are dismissing their own cases. They switched to Rudy Giuliani. Oh my God, what kind of incompetence do they really want? Rudy Giuliani is just so bad. He can't even make a legal argument. Did you know that? I think it was 2000 or 2002. He worked for this pharmaceutical company, and they went because I guess they were killing people with their drugs or something was happening, and their prescription drugs, and they essentially had to pay out a $600 million settlement because Rudy Giuliani couldn't defend him. I mean, come on. You can't. I mean, you can't. And then his arguments for Trump and the impeachment trial and everywhere else, he did terrible. Okay, so hold on. There's more. The head law firm that was helping out the Trump campaign, they backed out. Oops. Now, so you can tell that Republicans are losing. But here's the thing. Here's a staggering number for you. A staggering 40% of Republicans believe the election was stolen and that it's a fraudulent election. 40% of the country actually thinks that Joe Biden lost the election and Trump won the election because Fox News, Breitbart, One America News Network, Daily Caller, Daily Wire, all these people are saying, guys, Trump actually won, okay? Trump won. Guys, in order for Trump to win, he would have to overturn like 3 or 4 states. Their closest state is Georgia. And Joe Biden is up, effectively, it was about 15,000 votes. Now it's about 12 to 13,000 votes. So, okay, he went down like, 3,000 votes. Okay, but he's leading by 12,000 votes. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay? And Pennsylvania, he's leading over 10,000. He would have to overturn Nevada or screw it. Nevada's only got 6 points. Let's put it Georgia, Pennsylvania, maybe Arizona, and let's go Michigan. He could even flip. Either way, they cannot win this election. They can't even overturn the votes. And let's grant them, okay? Let's grant them. Hey, the judge agrees that we got to overturn 7 million ballots. We got to throw them out. Even if they did that, even if the judge did that, they still would not win the election. They still couldn't do it. And Biden would still win the election. And that is incredible. The fact that even if they overturn those ballots, even if they threw them out by court order, Joe Biden would still win the election. Guys, this is the Republican Party in its last attempt to keep power. This is the last attempt for a sore-ass loser named Donald J. Trump, who had 38 failed businesses, 6 bankruptcies, and lost $1 billion within a decade. And in the 1980s and early 1990s, lost more money than the top 3 than any other American taxpayer, even the top 3 richest men and women in America at that time. Okay, had the worst presidency. He was a terrible president. He he is trying to cling on to power and he's failing. Even Republicans in Michigan and Georgia are like, dude, we're done. It's over. Okay, we're done. If your own Republican Party is saying that, you're in deep trouble. Oh, and one last thing. According to a letter obtained by CNN, the fake news, whatever, shut the hell up. Trump campaign effectively now starting to work with Joe Biden transition team. Oh, oops. Nothing says we're winning like we're going to start helping Joe Biden in his transition team. Okay. All right. So for anybody who wants to come after me saying, oh, we're winning, that's fake news because even the courts don't agree with you. And even your own Republican Party doesn't agree with you.